Good morning, it's Tanya. I thought I would do another video of where I'm at with the Moon Phases stitch group. Thought I'd show today how I was doing the prints, the T prints. So in this case, I'm just gonna reach over here. What I have here is an old plate. I think it's actually Royal Canadian Air Forces. Got it when I was around 16 or 17 years old. Anyway, don't need to know that. Using an old piece of cardboard that maybe I'll turn into a journal, a little portable journal later. So I put that down, and then I'm using bits of, this is coffee paper from those fancy coffee, not the drip ones, anyway, if you know, you know. So piece of already used coffee paper, rinsed and dried, a piece of sheeting, which is nice and thin. Today I'm going to use this piece of metal. I have a lot of metal, but I have a small selection here that I'm trying. First I was just going for circles for the moon, but 28 days is a long time and I get bored. The idea is, this is an old tea bag from the other day. We've been saving. It's my neighbor's dog. What I do is I pour, I'm just gonna, hopefully this doesn't steam up, it probably will. Excuse for the interruption there. I add a little water to the old tea bag because there's still lots of tea in it. Apologies, brief interruption there. And what I weight it down with is something called, I learned, a sad iron. I was out at Value Village with my sister and she found this. It's cast iron. It's quite firm. Apparently used for, I think I mentioned before, sleeves and around buttons and no collars. So I press that down, and then I'm going to leave that to the end of the day without peeking, technically. I never do. I always peek. But that's will be my moon piece or my fabric for tomorrow. And then I'm just going to go over a little bit of what I've got. I showed you the metal pieces. This is a stack of the coffee papers. And then some of the copy papers that I printed with as I did there. I didn't do this every time, but sometimes I did. This was a really cool effect from a piece of chicken wire. So there's those. That's the one for today. These are the ones completed. I'm trying to keep it all organized. Bits of fabric, some more paper, my threads, my moon. Oops, I need that. So today is the 18th. So in that case, let's just move this off and I'll show you for today. There's the coffee paper, one piece of fabric, and then the dyed one from yesterday. And I will trace a moon on there, figure out what phase it's at. I actually think it's half today, so that's kind of cool. And then if I get them all in, or I could show you just one at a time. That was the first one, so that was the strawberry moon. I added the extra pink around just to show. Underneath each of these, after I stitched them to the coffee paper, and then I put some memories of the day behind it. That's how I'm choosing to do it. So there's the 11th, 12th, 13th, and then I decided to change the way I did the stitching. 14th, 15th. This was with the large one I just used, which made a really cool effect around the moon there. 16th, and then yesterday the 17th. This is the one where I used the piece of chicken wire. Anyway, that's where we're at. And we'll just keep going to see what they'll look like, or once they're all done, 28 days, give or take. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do with them. That's all for now. Thanks.